Welcome to the Three Thumbs Down Podcast. Your hosts, Nove, Kenshay, Big Man, and Jamal, covering sports, black culture, and all things happening today. Follow us on social media at 3_thumbs.
Birdman hands. Good evening. Welcome to the Three Thumbs Down Podcast. We are live with another. Hey, bro, chill, bro. I can still be happy with the product that my team can feel, bro. God damn. All right, but it is Dallas week, baby. It is Dallas week. It is going down. Monday Night Football, Eagles versus Cowboys. We got a great show for y'all today, but that show coming next week gonna be full of emotion and tears for them Cowboys fans. But like I said, thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for being here with us. We got a great show for you on this Monday evening as Aaron Rodgers looks to proceed and beat down on the Lions. But we had a lot to happen yesterday. A lot of quarterback injuries. We had Lamar versus Pat. We got a lot of stuff to get into, but don't forget to follow us and subscribe to us everywhere you can get us at 3_thumbs. We still got merch, so y'all come get that. But first, before we get into the show, I got a great joke for you, and I think my boy Novian is gonna love this one. Novian.
Yeah, go for it.
Why couldn't the bike stand up?
I actually heard this one.
Hold on. The bike couldn't stand up because he was too tired.
I definitely didn't hear that one then.
Get it? Too tired? Jamal, you muted, baby. Let's go. Let's get back here because we gotta make sure you ain't
brother.
too
tired.
No, I wasn't saying that. I knew you was being stupid.
Hey, we gotta get you because we finna start with that Sunday night great game that we had. We gotta. Oh, he got up and left on us, but that's okay. We had a great game, and Lamar finally beat his kryptonite and Patrick Mahomes, taking their head-to-head record to 3-1. A lot happened in this game, but my question to you guys is: did the Ravens win it, or did the Chiefs blow it? And I want to start with the Chief Truther Jamal.
I would like to concede myself and go last, please. I have some information I would like to go last. I would not like to go first.
Go. Did the Chiefs lose?
I would like to hear what y'all have to say. I'll
go.
Okay, well, I'll go first. No, that's fine. That's fine. If that's how you want to do it. We got him. He is sweating. He is sweating in his shows. I'll go first to answer the question. The Ravens, they definitely won it, and here's why. To overcome everything that the Baltimore Ravens overcame, starting with the injuries, man. You got Derek Wolfe out, Jimmy Smith out, Ronnie Stanley out, Marcus Peters IR, Gus Edwards IR, J.K. Dobbins IR, Rashard Bateman out. The list goes on. Stacking up these rosters, it's clear that Kansas City was the better team and with the better roster, and I don't think anybody I know I didn't give Baltimore a chance. We'll start with that. And then my biggest critique, as y'all know, I'm a big Lamar fan, but my only critique is that is his arm. He definitely needs to improve better at times. But what everybody has always been saying and what I always agree with is that team isn't built to come back from behind. That team is always positive game script just because they're a run-first team. And usually when those run-first teams, Cleveland, Baltimore, when you get a lead on those guys, they do not come back and win those games, as we saw every time that they play Kansas City. Kansas City get out to the lead, and then it goes, and then against the Titans, and then it goes downhill. So with everything stacked up against him, and then the way that the game started. If I would have told you before the game that Lamar Jackson overthrows Hollywood Brown for a touchdown, if I told you that he then throws a pick six, if I then told you that he threw another interception and with a guy that was triple covered, if I told you that they were down 11 in the second half, you would definitely say that Lamar Jackson and them lost. But he definitely overcame it, and he definitely was.
Sorry.
And he was Aaron Rodgers gets just sacked. Oh man, it's not looking good up there. But to Lamar Jackson, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes, and he was the sole reason why they won. The time of possession, that's one thing that you gotta control if we beat Kansas City, and they did that 35-24. And what comes with that time of possession, it's that rushing game, and they had over 250 yards rushing. Lamar had 100, and then his arm, man, he definitely. It's not the best, but 69.2 completion percentage, 239 yards. Hey, man, you can't argue with that. If he's giving me that, I think we can win some ball games with that. So I was just thoroughly impressed. And I know he's won the MVP, but if we're talking about game for game, that's probably the best game that I've ever saw with Lamar Jackson players. I was thoroughly impressed. I was extremely proud of him. And the Ravens definitely won that game. Big man, let's get into it. Talk to me. Did the Chiefs blow it, or did the Ravens win the game?
The Ravens won the game strongly off the 4th and 1. They just didn't give the Chiefs a chance to win it. So that call by coach and Lamar, that 4th and 1, man, on your side of the field, bro, that's what you call trust in someone. And he just gave him the ball and told him go win the game. You're gonna win or lose the game. So yeah, the Ravens won it. With Lamar, the 2 picks, he does have to get better. You know what I mean, taking care of the ball. The arm definitely has to get better. He's missing like little check downs and stuff. Like people be up, like I feel like he's looking for the big play. You know, because he's so much criticized on the arm. I feel like he's trying to get the big play. Man, just take the check down sometimes. Or for sure, Mark Andrews, get back to that. I think he needs to keep targeting Mark Andrews more often. He lost his number 1 pick, Rashard Bateman, so he definitely need to keep going at Mark Andrews. But the Ravens won it. Lamar looked good. He finally beat Patty. That was a big confidence boost for him. You could tell after the game, him and coach, they shared a good little moment, man. So that was probably big for him. You know, that was probably kind of weighing in on him. Couldn't beat Patty. You know, how many people it's not too many quarterbacks that pop Patty though.
No, I want to say I know that's his first loss in September, and I want to say that's his 10th loss in his career, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
that's his 10th loss, right, Jamal?
He lost to Tom Brady twice.
He lost to Tom Brady 3 times, twice including the playoffs. But I don't think they count that.
I know he lost to Paul.
He lost to Phillip Rivers. He lost to Russell Wilson.
So a lot of Jared Goff. And Jared Goff.
And he lost to whoever the coach had that one game.
Oh, that was Jacoby Brisket.
Yeah, Brisket. And he lost to Deshaun before Deshaun started.
He did lose to D.
Before Deshaun went Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
But my bad, you done, big man?
Yeah. That's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much
just to add, you spoke on something, and I just want to add a little bit before I get to again. You see how the coach came to him and said, "Hey, Lamar, you want to go for this?" Mm-hmm. And it sure would have been nice. It sure would have been nice if A-Rod would have got that same kind of little NFC Championship game. But that's all I'm going to say, Big No.
Well, A-Rod can't handle that. It was an NFC Championship game. The coach had watched all the other previous NFC Championship games, and he knew Aaron Rodgers hadn't played good in them games. So he said, "Let me not ask him nothing because he's not good at these games."
According to you, you said Aaron Rodgers outplayed Tom Brady. That's what you told me.
Tom Brady in that game don't mean shit. Tom Brady threw 3 second half kicks.
Hey, brother, that like I said,
because Tom Brady played bad.
If he was the best quarterback in that game, if he was the best quarterback in that game, then they should have trusted in him to go.
Bro, he's the best quarterback in this game right now, and he loses.
This is just a game, but if it came down to it, we'll see what they would do.
No,
they would definitely go for it.
In NFC Championship games, Aaron Rodgers is a whole new dude. That's all I'm saying. He a new nigga.
Anyway. You can't expect to do it. Go ahead.
And real quick, Lamar Jackson finally showed y'all he can win from behind. Like you say, he was down 11, and it was to who we think the best in the league is, to Patty Mahomes. So
he did.
Who else you want to do it against, man? Just throw that in there.
Jamal really made me mad with that slick ass Aaron Rodgers shit. But anyway, let's get into it. Did the Ravens win it? Did the Ravens win it?
Absolutely. Because
or did the Chiefs blow it?
No, the Chiefs. The Ravens won it. I'll say this because they was down 11. I thought it was 12, but I guess at one point. That's what they did. I can't help that what you call it because who happened? Was it was another team that was down and they blamed him, but that's why I got blamed Pat for it too. You got scored a point. So I remember that one time when Kansas City and the Texans played that one year too, and I was it was up, but like what was the score?
That's a good ass throw.
24-0.
Oh my god,
bro, that's an amazing fucking throw, bro. Aaron Rodgers. That was cold. That was cold. That throw was amazing.
Yeah, and they just played good. To me, they played good all night, even though Patton played pretty good too. But
pretty good.
He played
the
good.
Ravens went out there and won. They locked up Tyreek Hill, 3 catches, 14 yards.
Clank.
Clamps.
Yeah, he was on lock.
By Everett. I don't know. Is he a rookie or did he 1 year?
He a rookie.
Been in the league for a couple years.
He young.
Okay.
He young.
No, it ain't the one from the Eagles, not that one. That's what I thought. I thought he was. But then
he had help over the top too all night.
Oh yeah, they double teamed him. They was double. They was like
it's just to throw it out there.
That's the case. The Bucks had help too over the top.
But no, the broadcast making it seem like it's a good thing. Like that's why everybody else is eating on the Chiefs. They wasn't like saying Tyreek Hill was getting locked up. They were just it was like
when they mattered, they came back. When they mattered, came back. They had a rookie strip buddy from the ball from Clyde. Great play at the end. That's what I say. It was at the end they stepped up, made plays when they had to make plays.
They did.
Pat made that decision to try to get rid of it. He should just took the sack. To me, I would took the sack. I'm always take the sack guy instead of
agree.
Turn it over. Yeah, they way more.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Jamal, did the Chiefs blow it or did the Ravens win it?
See, every fiber in my being wants to say that the Ravens won it because fucking as much shit as I talk about Lamar jokingly, that I was happy for that man that he actually finally beat this nigga because that was the only nigga he really couldn't beat because he's whooping the whole league ass except him. And I want to give it to him because they played their ass off. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire, like a thief in the night, he on a rookie contract, but he's stealing money. This is why Patrick Mahomes needs to shut the fuck up and just play football. You are not a GM. When they ask you who you want in the draft next time, Pat, say whoever the fuck you want. Don't give them a name because this is a terrible pick by you, Patrick. At the combine, Clyde Edwards-Helaire measured in at 5'7", 207 pounds. Sorry, and he ran a 4.6. This man don't have speed. He don't have size. He not shifty. He got 15 reps on bench press to 225. His prospect grade was a 6.39. In that prospect range right there, because the highest you can get is like an 8, I believe. They said he will be a starter within the first 2 seasons. It is the first 2 seasons. His ass will not be a starter anymore. He don't need to start no more. I've seen enough.
But who's better than him?
On that team? What do you mean who? In the draft?
Who's better and on the Chiefs than him?
The running back.
They shouldn't have took him. First of all, Dale Williams is better if you ask me. If you give him more reps, you might find that out too. But he doesn't. This is what the scout said about this man. He has pop but lacks short yardage size, with no home run speed, short arms, limited catch radius, average power near the goal line. This shit, everything that scout said about him, you know niggas like to prove the scouts wrong, right? Everything the scout said about this nigga was right. He too slow, and he not strong, and he not big enough. Everything the scout said about this nigga was right. This nigga, they graded his size at 24 out of 100, his speed 35 out of 100, agility not applicable. That's what it said. Quickness not applicable. Strength 37 out of 100. This nigga had a 34 overall rating at the combine, a grade of F. At the combine, y'all took this nigga in the first round because you asked Pat.
But we seen him on film though.
This the thing.
Bro, college don't always translate to the NFL. And if you see a nigga,
when you play for a power school like LSU and you been good,
my point exactly. That's why he was there with all of that talent in LSU. They year they went undefeated and won every game. And bro, they got fooled. This nigga tricked them. Kyle was let trick the Chiefs. They took him in the first round. He a punk. He no good. I don't like it. He a punk. I don't like it, man. It was a bad pick for me.
I don't think it's as bad as him. I mean, it's still early in his career. It's still early in the season for him to prove himself. But hey, Jamal was critical of Patrick Mahomes, so from now I ain't gonna. He said, "Pat needs to shut up," and told him to go ahead and speak. So I know you know how I am.
And basically, the answer to my question is, I'm not saying that the Ravens won it. I'm not saying the Chiefs lost it. I'm saying Clyde Edwards-Helaire lost the game.
You don't think that Patrick Mahomes need to stop doing too much though, as far as like
doing too much got Pat Mahomes to the Super Bowl and won two Super Bowls, and he won one, and he's been to the AFC Championship game every game in his career. I'm not saying Pat has done. Pat threw the ball with his left hand, won the game. He thrown the ball across his body 50 yards, won the game. Clyde hadn't proven that, bro. Clyde hadn't proven anything to me.
Let me ask you this. Do you give Andy Reid some of that blame? Because at the end of the day, the previous drive, they walked down there, and then to get him on the 30 on that drive, they walked down there with Pat.
Yeah,
he got conservative. He does what he kind of always does. That's always been his knock. He gets conservative at the wrong times. He get conservative at the wrong times. And as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, I can speak single-handedly. We got to 4 NFC Championship games and smoked them all the way because he got conservative. So I mean, it's a lot to unpack in that, and I'm just not ready to turn my back on Clyde just yet. But like I said, he definitely, when you break those measurables down, it's kind of hard to argue that. So
I just don't like you can't get him in the first round with them measurables. You right though.
Yeah, well, we'll just move on to the next topic, and this shall be an interesting one and a juicy one. A lot of quarterbacks got hurt yesterday, but one of the main ones we have our eye on, and that is Andy Dalton. My question to you guys is it time to move on from Andy Dalton and play Justin Fields, or let Andy ride it out? And let's start with the man who thinks that Justin Fields, who said that he believed Justin Fields was the best quarterback, who loves Justin Fields. Let's get his opinion. Big Shot, Big Man, what you got to say? Are we going to leave Andy in there, or we letting Justin play?
Man, I'm letting Justin play. The only reason why we was not starting Justin anyways week 1 because he was facing Aaron Donald. So you got that out the way. You got Myles Garrett. You do got Myles Garrett. But hey, I'm starting. Andy got hurt a little bit. I'm starting Justin, man. Let's see what he got, man. We seeing what these other young quarterbacks got and what they don't have. Let's let them loose. I say we let them loose, especially if Andy is injury prone. Might as well, give yourself the best chance to win. I think Justin Fields is for sure the better quarterback. So let's go ahead and see him, Coach.
Yes, sir. I agree with the Justin is better because I don't know his ceiling. I know Andy Dalton's ceiling. I've seen it for 10 or so years. I know he's going to get me to the playoffs. I know he's limited. I know he's a good quarterback. I know he can get the job done. I believe in it. I think Andy Dalton is a capable quarterback, but I think he definitely has a ceiling. But to answer the question, I think I'm going to pump the brakes on Justin Fields, and simply just because what's the rush? I know he's my future. And I said this when we were talking about a while ago in the offseason when we were talking about the Trey Lance situation and all the young quarterbacks stuff. What's the rush? We saw the gold print with Patrick Mahomes. He is the best quarterback in the league. So I feel like once that latest best thing happened, I feel like that's the blueprint that everybody needs to follow. So I'm sitting Justin Fields. I'm putting Andy back out there as long as I can. Now, Andy, because this is the thing. If we put Justin Fields out there and he doesn't play good, because at the end of the day, Andy Dalton played better than Justin Fields this game. Justin Fields QBR was a 4.4. That is horrific. So he was 6 of 13 for 60 yards in the INT. Andy Dalton was 9 of 11.
Out there though. He got through out
there. That's right. I was gonna get to that. Andy Dalton was 9 of 11 of 56 yards and a touchdown. His QBR was 80.9. But like you said, that could be a little of the game planning. His role was confused because they definitely said before the game, Matt Nagy said his role was going to be increased, but it probably wasn't going to be that increased. But he played better. But like I said, because if we get to the offseason and let's say Justin Fields doesn't play good, then you got to answer those questions about, oh, did they miss on Justin Fields? Is it time to move on to Justin Fields? What does that do to Justin Fields' mental? What if they say, oh, maybe the Bears need to get back in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes? You see what I'm saying? It's just too much. I think it's more negative that can happen than playing Justin Fields than it is the good to playing him. So if I'm the head coach, if Andy Dalton can play, I'm letting him out. I'm letting him go out there and run because I don't feel that there's a rush. I feel like at our ceiling. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna quickly say, but you got all these other quarterbacks that they don't play well. You got quarterbacks like Sam Darnold wasn't playing well for the past years, but he still get a chance to play. Daniel Jones haven't been playing well. But guess what?
That's probably bad, bro. They probably shouldn't be playing if they got such a bad situation like that, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
exactly, but they continue to play year after year after year.
Right, but I'm just saying.
Those questions get asked.
But see what are we doing? But see, what are we doing? What are we doing to Daniel Jones? Oh, this is his last year.
He's playing good this year, though. He
is. But
he had a good last
game. Sam Darnold
playing good. Yeah, but look at Tua. He just got hurt. That was always his question. But that's always been his critique, though. That's his critique.
But that's not him playing bad. That's him playing hurt. I mean, that's him being hurt.
Your best ability is your availability, and if he always hurt, we got the hip injury, and now we got broken ribs, and then we got he can't
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, exactly. Carson Wentz, just like Howie Roseman said. Just like Howie Roseman said, he said, we love Carson Wentz. We believe him as a quarterback, but at the end of the day, we played 6 playoff games and he only played a half of one. So I mean, at the end of the day, bro, these guys, I mean, your best ability is your availability. So that's just something that I wouldn't want to get my hands on. I'm gonna sit him as long as I can. Which next year it's all go. We Justin Fields, he's gonna learn the system more. He's gonna we're gonna build that offensive line because that's another thing. That offensive line is atrocious. He was running for his life. Like I said, the play calling could be better, and that's not necessarily to say that if they do play Justin Fields, he's going to be bad. But I just think I'm waiting as long as I can to play my future. Big No, what you think of this? You riding with Justin? Are you gonna put him on ice?
I'm gonna switch it up. I remember I was on that episode we were talking about not starting him. Switch it up. I'm gonna keep him on the bench because I'm gonna let Andy Dalton get his ass beat up some more because. It's come again. Then if he get really hurt, then he'll play Justin. But he gonna get his ass beat too. And we seen what's going on with in the Jets, New York with the Jets. But he threw 4 picks.
It should look bad, bro.
Threw 4 picks.
Yes, sir.
He only threw 3 picks, and it's I think it's
that's growing though. That's growing though. I like that.
Wait, but not just to say quick. I've been seeing Zach Wilson with butt cheeks. Like, this is what I already knew.
Speak on the big man.
This is what I already knew. No, not all of us. We was hyping Zach Wilson.
No, big man. I mean, Novian said he was on his. You said he was the second best quarterback.
No, I think Justin was the second best quarterback.
I remember when we were talking about the throw in the
at the
combine. I've been saying we hyping this up. I thought Justin was the best quarterback in the draft, but I thought Trevor Lawrence was second best. But like what Zach Wilson doing is what I expected, honestly. But I expect Justin to be better than Zach Wilson. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm gonna put him out there because I already think he was better than these guys. So and his situation is way better than Zach Wilson. You know what I mean? It's way better. That guy
that's always the problem.
Of course. But even with that sorry ass offensive line, his situation.
It's way better.
But even Trevor Lawrence, he's playing. I don't think he's
throwing them picks like a motherfucker.
Yeah, last week was better than the first week. But
that's learning. There's no point. But that's learning, huh? Learning, like I said.
Yeah, no, that's all. Yeah, that's
Justin Fields needs to get out there and learn.
She's like,
Justin Fields has another option.
Justin Fields too, though. Exactly. That's the thing. That's the difference.
They
got to end it off.
Mac Jones is playing. He ain't bad.
Mac Jones is just being too safe. Mac Jones is being.
He got people open. He's checking down and getting first down. I'll take that. I take that over what Tua was doing last year.
Exactly. Tua.
I can take that over Zach Wilson.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I see what Zach Wilson. Before I let you go, Jamal. I see where Zach Wilson is headed, and it's going to be another situation. It's going to be another situation where I'm going to go defend him because he played for the sorry ass Jets.
So in 4 years we can talk about him again. In 4 years, so in 4 years, then we'll revisit this. But I'm just saying, I don't think it's fair to call.
I'm gonna go pull up them episodes though when we're talking about these quarterbacks.
I
remember y'all hyping those Zach Wilson, man. I know Jamal for sure was out.
I
remember. I wasn't out, but I said Trey Lance was the second best. I said Justin Fields, then I said Mac, then I said
you like the Mac Jones too. You like the Mac Jones.
I like that Mac either.
I didn't like Mac neither.
Yeah, I like Mac.
Mac
doing in New England what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but Mac doing better than what I thought for sure.
Yeah.
But I said Mac was better than Cam, to be honest. Like right now, I think I was out on Cam.
Easy. His shit look exactly how Tom Brady did when he first started out. So honestly, I'm not. I damn sure ain't gonna count Mac out. But Jamal, what you doing? Is you putting Is you starting Andy Dalton, or is you and putting Justin Fields? Is you playing Justin Fields, or is you putting him on ice?
See, I'm of the mindset that if you came into there saying that you're gonna start Andy Dalton is healthy enough to play, just let him keep him in there because like the team won it. You don't need to make a change after a win. Like now's at the time. The team's still winning. Leave Andy Dalton in there, man. Justin Fields will have it. Like Justin Fields is gonna be the starter. Man. You know it. Like you can sit behind. You can sit behind Andy Dalton for a little bit, man. He'll be all right. Andy Dalton is good. He'll teach you everything you need. Like Alex Smith. Alex Smith wasn't the best quarterback in the NFL, but he's serviceable. He taught Pat the stuff that off the field shit.
The professional, how to be a pro.
Yeah, how to be a pro.
How to lead.
Off the field shit, in the locker room type stuff. Andy Dalton led teams to the playoffs and stuff.
The same thing.
It'll be better.
Fitzpatrick.
No, Fitzpatrick is not. I mean, he's a good bridge dude, but he is not like on the same level as Andy Dalton at all. They ain't close. And like Andy Dalton is way better than them career-wise.
But right now,
he's still. Look, Andy Dalton. He hurt.
Andy Dalton's better than Alex Smith. Yeah. You said Andy Dalton's better than Alex Smith.
No, I'm talking about Fitzpatrick.
I said Fitzpatrick.
Dalton and Fitzpatrick.
Oh, Fitzpatrick. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Fitzpatrick hurt.
Yeah, they. Oh.
Okay. That's PI.
But yeah.
That shit must be late.
No, yeah, I am. I'm screaming it. Yeah, I'm super.
Yeah, you way late.
I'm like, I just saw the PI. But I definitely agree with you on everything you said, Jamal. I just don't see the rest. But like I said, if he end up having to play and he play good, then this conversation was pointless. So if Justin Fields goes out there and play good, then this conversation was pointless because if he go out there,
doesn't mean that I knew.
No, it just mean he go out there and be what we all think he's gonna be.
I knew he was the truth.
Is that a pick? Oh no, he didn't catch it. Okay, so let's get to the topic. And the Arizona Cardinals are 2-0, but so was two other teams in their division. They got the win on the Vikings, 34-33. And they sit in a three-way tie, like I said, for first place in their division. And my question to you guys is, are the Cardinals pretenders or contenders? And let's start with you, Jamal.
The Cardinals are for sure contenders. And I got a love-hate relationship with this team because I wanted, with every fiber of my being, when Cliff Kingsbury was at Texas last few days, I wanted him to get fired because the team was terrible. And I don't think he was a good coach. And the funny thing is, he's a better NFL coach than I think he was a college coach because he's just so laid back. But I still don't think he's a great coach, but the team he has is so good. Them dudes got so much talent over there. They got Nuke. Christian Kirk coming into his own. AJ Green is a throwaway, but I mean, AJ Green.
He made a play. Yeah, he made a play.
The O-line, I don't know much about them, but I don't know the dudes on the line because either they're really, really good or they're really, really bad. And you find out they named that way, and they hadn't been bad. Right. Colin took some 10-yard sack losses, but part of me thinks that's on Colin because the way he tried to run around and move his feet. That defense coming into his own. They got J.J. Watt now with the dude who had 5 sacks. Jones.
Chandler Jones.
Chandler Jones had 5. Like the defense, and they still got Buda Baker. They don't have Pat Pete no more, but they're still serviceable. I think when you have an offense that good that could do whatever they want, because Cliff, as much as people in Lubbock hate him, and we don't hate him because he's still really, 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 he beloved there because he played there and he coached there. But I'm rooting for the Cardinals to be good, and I think this is going to be the year they actually make the playoffs. But I think 4 teams from that division can make the playoffs.
It's possible.
It's possible.
You took my take.
No, it's not possible.
You took my take.
Not 14. 14.
No, it's numerically possible now.
Yes, sir.
Because it's 17.
Yes, sir, it is. It definitely is.
Make the playoffs. It can happen.
Yes, sir. You stole my take.
Bro, this division is so good. I can't.
Yes, sir.
The Seahawks lost, right? But
the Seahawks lost, but they blew it. They had 100 yards of penalties, and nobody can stop Derrick Henry.
Yeah, they lost to the Titans too.
Yeah, they lost.
But I think 4 teams from that division can make it, and I would have never said that before. And I really think Kyle is coming to his own. He might have an MVP season this year.
So with 17, with it being 17 games now, that's what makes it able to 4 teams to go to the playoffs.
17.
No,
17. 17.
Yeah, last year they added a team from each side. So you got 3 wild card teams now, and only the 1 seed gets to bye instead of the 1 and the 2. So technically, the division winner, they'll be the 1 through 4.
They gotta be the number 1 seed in the whole.
Okay.
Do that? I mean, because the division winner and then the 3 next teams, and then the 3 next teams with the best record. So the division winner and then there's a way that they all can go 10-6, and those can be the 3 best.
But the other divisions kind of have to be sorry.
It just have to be asked,
and it's possible.
So it's definitely.
I think it's possible.
I think it's definitely possible. So from there, I'll go ahead if you finish.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Now, when I say contender, I mean a play to make it the Super Bowl, and my mind still hasn't changed. That's just me. I'm not saying that's and when I say that the contender, I have to call them a contender because my mind has not yet changed. The 2 victories have not been impressive to me because I know I was on here pounding the desk said Mike Zimmer's defense is not going to be that bad again. They spent $40 million. They spent $40 million in offseason. The defense is not going to be as bad as it was last year. Well, God dog it. This defense looked just as bad. They gave up 27 points week 1, and then they gave up 34 points this week. And they almost won this game. They missed the 37-yard field goal that lost them this game. That's as easy as they come for game winners. So, like I said, and then back to what Jamal was saying about Coach Kingsbury. That was a good take that you said about him being a better NFL coach than college coach. And I have to agree with that because, like you said, it's just more laid back and it's grown men, and you let them be grown men. That's why Urban Meyer is struggling. Because he's not adapting to 40 to 35-year-old men and people that's 10 years younger than him per se. But like I said, Coach Kingsbury, he's still it's still sloppy. He's still not a good coach. Week 1 they had 8 penalties for 60 yards, and then week 2 they had 5 penalties for 50 yards, which both led their teams, which both led the game in penalties in those respective weeks. So they're still a little sloppy. They're still poorly coached. I think that 4 teams or this division definitely have a chance. And if we're talking about playoff teams, I think the Cardinals can sneak in there, but I definitely got them projected being 4th in this division. Big shot, big man.
4th?
Oh.
Yeah, I definitely got them 4th. I don't think it'll be close.
Wow.
Big shot, big shot, big. But 4th might get them in the playoff.
Might,
but I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win this division. I think the Cardinals gonna win this division.
I remember you saying that. Yes, sir.
I said that earlier, and I still believe that. I think they definitely contenders. I'm not saying that they are locked to go to the Super Bowl now, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kyler Murray ended up in the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised. I think his quarterback play And that offense is one of them offenses that's going to be high power, like all time. I think it's one of them all time offenses. Just the threat, man, of his arm, man, the way he can just get away and make those passes downfield, like it's kind of scary, man. He got the weapons out there, a little Rondell Moore, like Speedster, Christian Kirk. We know about with D Hop. He got the weapons, he got the arm, he got the talent. Like you said, I think he needs to settle down a little bit more. Sometimes he gets the Patrick Mahomes effect, trying to do too much.
Yeah, both of them picks was just terrible picks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were terrible. Yeah. Especially the second one. The second one was way worse. Oh, that was
just try to do too much, show off his little arm talent, and end up just hurting himself. But little arm. But I like him, man. I like the defense. I like what Chandler Jones doing, trying to go get that money. They got veteran leadership. JJ Watt in the locker room, Buda Baker. So I like them. I think they're gonna win this division. I think they live action in the playoffs, though. You do not want to be the defense don't want to be looking at Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
In the playoffs, man. Not in the playoffs.
Yeah. But
they contenders for me.
This they next 4 games, and I just want to hear what you got to say, big man. They got the Jags. That's gonna win. Okay. So they 3-0. They 3-0 easy. We ain't got to talk about that. Then after that, they got the Rams, the 49ers, and the Browns. I think they're looking at 3-3. I think in 4 weeks.
You think they lose all 3 of those? You think they lose
I think they're 3-3 when we come back and do.
I'm not gonna say they're gonna be undefeated and nothing, but them tough games. This is what I will tell you.
Yeah.
The Jags.
If I put it like this, if Kyler make a mistake like that he did against the if he do that dumbass pick that he did against the Vikings, if he do it against the Rams or the 49ers, if he do it against the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Okay, so when he played the Rams, he's the better quarterback right there. That's the better quarterback player is Kyler. And then who's the next guy?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's the better quarterback right there. Okay, what's the next game?
Baker Mayfield.
He the best quarterback right there. So in those games, I'm just gonna be honest. He is the better quarterback. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, if you think they team look good, I don't think. Yeah. You might think Matthew Stafford better. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. They'll play. But I think for sure he's the better quarterback in those games. That doesn't always mean that you get the win, but me personally,
that's true.
That's who you gonna get it.
I think who I'm gonna give the ups to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
And his team, it's like playing pretty good too. It's not that it's just man, Chandler Jones is looking unstoppable for real.
Yes, sir.
So now those quarterbacks that he playing got to deal with that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So
yes, I
like the Cardinals this year.
Big No, talk to me. Are the Cardinals contenders or are they pretenders?
They are pretenders, in my opinion. I mean, they have a great offense. I think, if not the top offense in the division and in the conference and the league. But I don't think that doesn't mean anything because last year they had scored the most points to like game 8 to week 8, and then they just cooled down.
Mm-hmm. And that fat nigga landed on Kyler's shoulder.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, I don't believe in it just yet, especially because that defense gave up 35 points to the Vikings, and I don't think the Vikings are all that this year.
They did.
Believe it or not.
They got a good offense, though.
Damn, I thought Minnesota was gonna bounce back this year.
Dalvin Cook, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Thielen. They got a good offense.
They ain't been doing anything. Dalvin hurt,
but
Kirk Cousins
did get hurt.
Kirk Cousins, they straight, but I don't. Would you say you trust them to win the division? No.
Well, no. I wouldn't trust them to win the division, but what I'm saying, given like Kirk Cousins getting points on the board, like
he'll do that.
He probably Kirk Cousins probably gave you 30 how many times in his career. Like that ain't nothing for Kirk Cousins. He gonna put the ball out there, the play action. He gonna put the ball out there. Then he got two some top receivers to put it out there too.
Yeah, you gotta respect Minnesota. You gotta respect Minnesota offense. I'll give you that, but their defense is too cheap. And if Kirk Cousins do what if Kirk Cousins be Kirk Cousins and give you that turnover that he always gonna give you, then they might be out of there. But my bad, Big No.
Yeah, I just don't trust the defense because in order to be a Super Bowl contender, you gotta have both of them. Majority time. Yes, something. I know he had that good first game, Chandler Jones, but you didn't hear anything. If he ain't facing Tyler, what's his name? What's
Taylor Lewan?
Taylor, yeah. If you ain't facing him out.
Yeah.
No, they had a good game. They wasn't in the stack sheet, but they was there for the pressure. But like you said, you didn't hear his name. But they consistently apply pressure. But you're right. Okay. Well, y'all know what time it is. It's the start. It's the fantasy start of the week. We got to rename this. Novian to the Nov and Ken Shea segment because we ran away with this thing last week. And like I told you, and like I told y'all, we did fantasy start of the week. And if your fantasy player gets 10 points, we'll give you a point, and we're gonna tally this thing up at the end of the season and see who got the most tallies and who got the most. Yeah, I'm getting 17, and I'm digging deep too. I'm getting some.
It's 18. Guys. It's 18. It's 18.
Yeah, it's 18 weeks, but it's 17 games.
Yeah, that's true because of the why.
And also, we're gonna add a little spin to it, and we're gonna give y'all our sit of the week. So we're giving you 4 players that you gotta start, and we're giving you 4 players that you better think about sitting. But like I told y'all last week, I had Darnell Mooney, and he got me 6 receptions for 66 yards, so I got a point. And Novian had a point. Mike Williams, his stat line was godly. He had 22 fantasy points, so he told the Cowboys up in the loss. So yeah, but Big Man had Jalen Waddle, and it really wasn't a bad call. He almost had it. He had 6 receptions for 40 yards, but he had 8 fantasy points. But he fumbled. So that fumble really sets you back. And you
and Tua got hurt too.
Tua got hurt.
Oh, he did. Yeah,
because Tua and Jalen Waddle, that's his favorite target. I didn't say enough in the 2 games. So that definitely was a good call, but I can't give Big Man the point because he did not get the 10. And Jamal started Sermon. He had 1 carry for 8 yards. So we're gonna
fumble.
Yeah, and he fumbled. So we gonna let Jamal make it. Hopefully he have a bounce
back.
But I'm going to start with my fantasy start of the week, and I'm going Chase Claypool. Sorry, Cincinnati Bengals fans, if we got any of y'all listening. I'm picking on y'all again, and I'm going Chase Claypool. No Deontay Johnson this week. He is hurt. He got hurt on the last play of the game. Chase Claypool had 9 targets last week. I think that target share definitely increases. I think Juju Smith-Schuster sucks, so I think that he will be the only vertical threat. Deontay had 8 receptions for 100 yards, so I think Claypool will definitely give you some of that. That guy's talented. So I think that more of those targets will come his way and he'll hit for you. And then my sit of the week, I'm going Mike Evans. People, this is the seesaw that you're going to have with Mike Evans. He's going to do it one week. He's going to not do it the next. It's just having too many weapons. A lot of those guys are going to be inconsistent. You see AB with the big week 1, and then week 2, nothing. Gronk is consistent so far, and Chris Godwin is consistent so far. But like I said, I'm staying away from Mike Evans, best cornerback in the league. They play the Rams, so they're playing Jalen Ramsey, which is the 5th best ranked secondary period in the league. So yeah, I'm starting one of them. It's musical chairs in Tampa Bay. So I'm not starting Mike Evans this week. Big No, get the people what they want to hear.
All right, so for my start, I'm gonna start Rondale Moore, and they are playing the Jaguars. Jaguars are not good this year. They
30th ranked secondary in the league.
Lost to Texas, but I'm gonna start him because he has. I think he's leading. He is leading the league in yak, 14 yards after catch, and that's leading. The next leading person has 10. He's averaging 14 at the catch. So I'm gonna go with him because he's leading the team in receptions. He has 11 catches a year. So Kyle really likes him as that check now. They don't go little Isabella as much anymore.
Get no burn. That's crazy.
But my sit of the week will be Tua. I mean, it's obvious why I'm sitting him. He's playing. And they're gonna play him, and he's playing the Raiders. And the Raiders
they said it's all pain tolerance. So if he can tolerate
they tried to make him seem like a bitch. When teams say that, they actually trying to hold you. They had to put that out there.
Low key.
Yeah, basically, if he don't play, he's soft. Yeah. So.
The Raiders are not bad this year. They've been shocking a lot of teams. They beat those same Steelers Who did the Raiders beat first week?
Baltimore.
Okay.
Baltimore.
Damn.
Yeah, Raiders for real this year.
Yeah, no, Raiders. I'm starting to believe the Raiders. Even though Abrams got jacked up last week, yesterday, but I really do think they will beat the Dolphins.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big Jamal Duncan. Talk to the people. Give them what they want. Who's your fantasy start and who's your fantasy sit of the week? Bounce back week for Jamal.
Start? Yeah, please. My start will be Theodore Bridgewater because he is playing he's playing New York Jets. And if you've seen any Jets game or any Jets plays, you know the Jets are not good. I love Robert Saleh because he's a man of color and they gave him a chance. But, man, it's going to be a rough year for you, brother. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater going to tear him up. Teddy not all that, but shit. The Jets ain't anything, so he should be fine there. My sit of the week will be Henry Ruggs. Don't hop on that bandwagon just yet. Henry Ruggs is what we in the industry call fool's gold. He want to be a little lightweight Tyreek. He can't do it. Not week after week. He's good this week. He need a week off. He'll be all right. He might have a better year, but he ain't gonna do it that week. Plus, I've been the Dolphins. Dolphins have a relatively good defense when they're motivated by having a decent quarterback in there. And their quarterback is back. Tua, if he can hold through the pain, the coach say, then he'll play. So I like the Dolphins in that game. Or not in the game, sorry. I like the Dolphins to hold Henry Ruggs down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big shot, big man. You got screwed. You almost had. You got screwed. but you got to bounce back. Let's get them for what they want. Who's your fantasy start and who's your fantasy sit?
Before we start, big man, sorry. Aaron Jones has 4 touchdowns.
Oh, my
God.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
You can't count it. He already called. You can't count it. Well, he definitely made up for last week. So the Aaron Jones on the
did he ever?
real. Oh, he looked hurt.
Well, I'm not playing that nigga. I'd be pissed.
He up. They gonna try to get 5. I already know it. I know
that's crazy.
Last year.
4 touchdowns. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Go out of UTEP.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Crazy.
Talk to me, Big Shot.
I'm for sure. I'm starting Odell. He's been shaking up the first 2 weeks. I think the run game is so potent that I think teams are gonna start filling them boxes, and I think that Baker's gonna try to build that connection downfield with Odell. So I look for him to who they play the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Look for Odell to be getting targets down the field and one-on-one coverage because of how potent the run game is with Hunt and Nick Chubb. So I would start Odell this week.
Wait, Oscar got him, Lovian?
Yes, Oscar got him.
Oh my God.
Well, and my sit, I'm going to sit. Who are the Texans playing? Carolina. I'm definitely sitting Brandon Cooks. I think my partner Arthur King got Brandon Cooks. Man, I'm sitting Brandon Cooks this week. They playing against probably one of the better defenses in the league.
Yes, sir. I told y'all they the next Washington.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough few weeks for them boys.
Yeah, Carolina.
Remember, they didn't want to talk about him on the when we did the fantasy outlook.
Huh?
They didn't want to. Big man and Jamal didn't want to talk about him when we did the fantasy outlook.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm not boosting the Panthers. I don't give them.
I'm not. Yeah.
It's gonna be a rough.
Talking about the Panthers. Carolina, they gotta want to talk about them.
They still got to run into some things, though.
I don't want to talk about.
Okay, let me ask y'all this: do y'all think they a playoff team?
Just because they division, so they got the Bucks.
See what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think they ready. I don't think they.
Well, they'll be the playoffs.
I don't think they ready.
Do you think they go to the playoffs? No.
Yeah, they can. If they make
they go to the playoffs this year,
they can.
I'm asking you right now. After what we've seen in 2 weeks, do you think they're going to the playoffs?
Yes.
I don't.
I don't need Jamal.
Man, I'm gonna say yeah.
I don't need
every player of the whole league. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to the playoffs. I'm gonna keep it a
buck. They got a defense. I'll take it.
I mean, I'm with you, no. I think they make the playoffs.
They have the weapons. They have the defense. That's all you need. And
I'm saying I'm out.
In the Falcons,
I'm out on the playoffs. I like the team now. They're a good team. Don't get me wrong. I'm seeing what they got. I like, but I'm out on the playoffs.
When they pop, we're not gonna talk about them until they pop Tampa Bay. When they pop Tampa Bay, we're gonna revisit this topic.
Yeah.
But that is it for the 3 Thumbs Down show. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much for your support. Merch is burning up. Y'all got that money? Go spend it on us. We appreciate y'all. I got my black bucket on today. They running off the shelves. Y'all hurry up and go get that. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. Thank y'all for listening.
Cowboys gonna smash the Eagles, man.
Oh yeah, we gonna be back. We gonna be back.
Who I play next week? Let's see.
Yeah, we talk. Hold on. Yeah,
we 2-0, baby.
Like, I'm 0-2. Yeah, I'm 0-2. But I ain't.
I play all
1-1.
I don't panic.
Off the top.
I'm good.
Off the top.
Ain't
Jamal beat me this week.
He ain't won a game yet, huh?
I beat the hell out of you this week.
He beat me this week.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
2-0, baby.
I'm not sweating. Yeah, you.
Dallas got the better quarterback going into next week's opposition.
Definitely do.
We got the better offense.
Definitely do.
I like Michael Parsons coming off the edge too.
There you go. He ain't say better defense. He just made it a person.
Yeah,
we got the better corner.
No, y'all don't.
Did Darius Slay?
No, y'all don't.
Look, yeah, the Diggs is that.
He forgot about Darius.
He's not better than Darius.
I did forget about Darius.
We got the number one ranked secondary in the league right now. I know it's just 2 weeks, but we are number uno, baby.
Well, that's because y'all for the time of possession. Let's
Jalen
Hurts is
brother.
Hey, I'm just gonna be real. It ain't the defense. Jalen Hurts.
I just gave you a stat, and you do with what you please.
You know why that stat is that.
No, really the stat like that because we play Matt Ryan and then Jimmy Garoppolo. That's the why the stats like that. That's why the stat like that. But look at my boy TJ Hackers. But anyway, we appreciate the love. I'm 0-2, but we don't panic. I done been 1-5 and won a Super Bowl. I done been 2-0 and didn't win another game. I'm not worried. I'm right where I want to be. I'm at the top of the waiver wire. I'm at the top of the waiver wire again. I know who I'm finna pick up. I'm a play away. I'm a play away. The Gus Edwards, the Ryan Fitzpatrick injury, they hurt me a little bit, but I'm gonna bounce back. I'm buckled down. I'm gonna make the 17 make the playoffs. I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna be in.
Shout out to my boy Mark. I need you. We're gonna do that trade, man. That same trade from last week. I'm about ready to do it now, Mark. Big shout out to you, man.
Yeah, Mark kicked my ass. Right. Jamal back.
I'm sorry. I know we keep trying to end it, but hey,
no, rob me, bro. He robbed me, bro. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all like
put the tight end in the bag.
This is my first year and really finesse me.
I did not, bro.
In the league, let him do it.
It's not a bad. It's not a bad.
I needed a running back too.
What's the number one running back?
It's only a bad trade because he had Pat Mahomes. That's the only reason why that trade.
That's why it's bad.
That was the only reason why. Because there's no draft that you can do there's no way in a 14-man league that you get Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. There's not. And the only way you can do it is via trade. So that is the only reason why it's a bad trade.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad
and listen, trade. when they got a bye, he done for.
Yeah, but that's a bye week that I'm willing to take. Damn it. That's why I'm willing to take. You seen that? You seen Travis Kelce caught that 8-yard pass and took it 50 yards? Ain't too many tight ends that could do that. Shout out to that guy.
That's what hurt. That's when I was.
Yeah, I know it.
That's what helped me win the game.
Yes, sir.
Really won.
That's a double touchdown too. You get all of them yards for both players too. That's crazy. That is crazy. But like I said, we appreciate y'all. Y'all stay locked in with us for the fantasy starts at 6. And we got more Cowboy Eagle action coming to y'all and more football action. We're gonna break it down to we'll get into some of these these young quarterbacks play, and we're gonna bring you more football. But we thank you for the love. We thank y'all for the support. Keep listening and go buy the merch. We out of here, baby. Peace and love, color money. I beat them both. Good night.
Peace and love.
Y'all don't say nothing.
All right, y'all.
I got them.